Hello, everyone, and welcome to another movie review. I am happy that you can join me today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Click the subscribe button below for future notifications and updates. Click the like button to share this content with other movie fans. So last weekend was another busy weekend, and the first movie I saw was Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. It is an animated fantasy film. It was directed by Kenji Kamiyama. It was released in theaters on Friday, December 13th, and the running time is 2 hours, 15 minutes. So this is a movie I have been waiting on since January, so I could not wait to go to the movies, and I went to see the matinee showtime. And I am happy that I saw it. So in case you haven't seen it yet, the War of the Rohirrim takes place 183 years prior to the events of the Lord of the Rings trilogy made by Peter Jackson approximately 25 years ago. And instead of shooting the film in live action, the filmmakers decided to make an anime film instead. The movie starts with a gorgeous scene of a carefree, red-headed young woman named Hera who is trying to befriend a giant bird. You find out later on in the film that she is the princess of Rohan and the daughter of King Helm Hammerhand, played by the voice of Brian Cox. The Lord of Dunlending visits Rohan to ask King Helm to arrange a marriage between Hera and his son Wolf, who is also Hera's childhood friend. Hera turns down the marriage proposal. Helm and the Lord of Dunlending get into a fight, and Helm kills him with one blow to the head. Wolf is devastated and plans revenge on Helm, which leads to the War of the Rohirrim. At one point in the film, Hera is kidnapped by Wolf's guards, which leads to Helm blaming his nephew for failing to protect Hera. But throughout the film, Helm underestimates Hera's fighting abilities, and she proves herself to be a capable warrior. So I am going to give this film 3.5 out of 5 stars. I did read the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think the other critics graded this film too low. I do agree that the film is a bit too long, and it could have been cut by about a half an hour because the second act of the film moves slow. So if the story was a bit tighter, the film would have been shorter. But to me, there is enough in this film to recommend it. It has action, it has enough fantasy, it has a strong heroine at the center of the story, and I really think that it's a solid, pretty good film. So please do not buy into the cynicism of the other movie critics. It is not as bad as they make it out to be. And if you are not familiar with the Lord of the Rings story, that's okay, because I think that this movie not only appeals to the Lord of the Rings fans, but it also appeals to those who are not familiar with the story. So, yeah, I think it's a pretty good film. But anyway, the ending is not a surprise, but it is satisfying, and I was entertained. So I would watch it again. If there is a DVD that's coming out, I would buy the DVD. But the problem is that I don't see stores selling DVDs anymore. So it could be that DVDs are now a thing of the past. I'm not sure. But if you are waiting for it to come out on streaming, I recommend that you watch it when it comes out on streaming. So that is all for today, my friends. I will see you next time with another movie review. Until then, have fun at the movies.